Hey guys, I'm Manisha Gupta and you've joined us live on Moneycontrol, and I'm going to talk about sugar prices today, where we have seen prices gain up by 10% in the month of March. So when you look at the ICE raw sugar prices, we're trading at a 4-week highs and not too far away from those 6-year highs that we saw in the previous year. And take a look at the London sugar refined prices. That one is trading at 10.5-year highs in the international markets. So a big run up is what we've seen in prices here. When you look at the Indian markets, the Maharashtra M sugar prices also are trading on the higher side, anywhere between 3,650 to 3,800 rupees per quintal here as well. So a big run up is what we've seen in the month of March. Various reasons for that. Well, to begin with, the mills in India exhausted their March quota quite well in advance. And then we are looking at strong crude oil prices trading at a 2-week highs, a second weekly gain, also supporting the sugar prices here. And Brazil now has put a fixed rate for the state tax on gasoline and anhydrous ethanol, which is supportive for the cane providers for ethanol. So you could be looking at more cane now going towards ethanol, and is the reason sugar prices are taking cue from that as well. The sugar estimates for 2022 and 23, when you look at that, the expectation of a deficit now seems to be going higher here. Also, all the research companies which had come out with a surplus are lowering their surplus. So Tropical Research, for one, is expecting surplus lower at around 1.6 million tons for the year. S&P Global is expecting just about 600,000 tons of sugar as in excess, and International Sugar Organization, which earlier was talking about 6 million tons in excess, is talking about 4.15, but the expectations are that they would also come down in number here. So the sugar surplus for 2022-23 seems to be coming down. Indian sugar output also has been considerably weaker now. We were talking about 36 million tons. Now the conversation is 34 million tons, with an expectation that it could be 33 million tons as well by the time we are finalizing those numbers there. The export seems to be have solidified at 6 million tons, and the ethanol diversion is expected at 4.5 to 5 million tons. The Indian industry is now seemed having a conversation that next year you could be looking at an export of 3 to 4 million tons, or it could be at PAT as well. From 11 million tons of an export last year to 6 million tons this year, to an expectation that we would go down to 4 million tons next year, is bullish for sugar, not just for the Indian markets, but for the international space as well. And when you look at the year 2022-23, well, the Europe sugar output is expected to decline by 7%. Brazil output is expected to gain up by 4.7%. But the markets do feel that with the way ethanol seems to be taking in a lot of enthusiasm and strength, whether it's going to be about Brazil or other Asian countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, or India for that matter, where we have targets to put, where we have seen sugar mills invest a lot in for ethanol, you could be looking at lesser sugar, more ethanol going forward, and the sugar prices from here on could really be looking at more strength and strength.